First word, sympathetic, adjective, characterized by exhibiting or feeling sympathy, sympathizing, compassionate. Amelia was very sympathetic towards new students. Second word, sly, adjective, stealthy, insidious, or secret, playfully artful, mischievous, or roguish. His planning was sly like a fox, stealthy, and secret. Third word, hesitation, noun. The act of hesitating, a delay due to uncertainty or of mind or fear. The hesitation on his words were clear. If he said yes, he might free the girl he loved and put his own life at risk. Or, if he said no, she would die. Julian took a breath and said yes. Fourth word, bicker, verb. To engage in petulant or peevish argument, wrangle. The twins were always bickering. Fifth word, feud, noun. Also called blood feud. A bitter, continuous hostility, especially between two families, clans, etc., often lasting for many years or generations. Emma wasn't allowed to see Julian. The feud between their families lasted for too long. First word, sympathetic, adjective, characterized by exhibiting or feeling sympathy, sympathizing, compassionate. Clary looked at her sympathetic friend. She could never be like that. To love and forgive and help someone she didn't even know. Second word, sly. Related form, slyly, adverb. Clever or cunning, especially in the practice of deceit. Jace crouched in the opening of Sebastian's headquarters. He could see Sebastian sitting on a table talking to some greater demons. He stood up slyly, knowing that if he made any sound, the demon would look up and kill him. Third word, hesitation, noun. The act of hesitating, a delay due to uncertainty of mind or fear. Ty looked down at his sister. She was about to fall from the cliff. Down below her, the ocean swirled, sending shivers through his skin. In order for Ty to go get Livy, he would need to jump over the rocks that were holding him safe. If he didn't jump, he would live, but Livy would die. If he did, he was risking not only his sister's life, but his own. After a moment of hesitation, Ty closed his eyes. He jumped. Fourth word, bicker, verb. To engage in petulant or peevish argument, wrangle. Mark sent Ellen a stare. His look sent shivers through her skin. Ellen stood up a little taller and crossed her arms, staring him down. Drusilla jumped in her seat. Can you please stop bickering? This is my brother's life we're trying to save. Fifth word, feud, noun. Also called blood feud. A bitter, continuous hostility, especially between two families, clans, etc., often lasting for many years or generations. Elle walked down the hallway. Just before entering her class, she looked at Tessa, disgusted. This feud between their groups was going on for 3 years now, since they were freshmen. First word, sympathetic, adjective, characterized by exhibiting or feeling sympathy, sympathizing, compassionate. Will took a look at the girl standing in the door. She was new in school and seemed a little shy. Will shrugged. He was not sympathetic to new students, especially if they were your cousin. Second word, sly, adjective, clever or cunning, especially in the practice of deceit. He was running now. Ella could hear the footsteps on his back. They were like thunder to him. His thin shape fit exactly in the little space between two buildings. He was running sideways, his movements sly, to make sure no one was following him. Third word, hesitation. Noun. The act of hesitating, a delay due to uncertainty of mind or fear. Tobias held the gun. It was pointing directly at his temper. In a moment of hesitation, Tobias asked himself if he really wanted to do this. He breathed hard. He pulled the trigger. Fourth word, bicker, verb. To engage in petulant or peevish argument, wrangle. Anastasia stormed in his sister's room. Inside, Angela was wearing her dress. Did I let you get my dress? Yes, you're not even using it tonight. Yes, but that doesn't mean you can just steal it from me. Stop bickering with me, Anastasia. I'm using it. I'm using it. End of discussion. Fifth word, feud. Noun. Also called blood feud. A bitter, continuous hostility, especially between two families, clans, etc., often lasting for many years or generations. Kerman took out his sword. He pointed it directly at Sebastian's throat. He took a step closer. Blood from his enemy's throat ran down his sword. This feud ends now. Your father killed mine. I take revenge by killing his son. He thrust his sword forward. Sebastian screamed. First word, sympathetic. Adjective, characterized by exhibiting or feeling sympathy, sympathizing, compassionate. Jem held the girl's hand. It was bleeding. He turned his head to Maxon. Can we take her with us back to the castle? Maxon said yes. He was a sympathetic prince. Second word, sly. Adjective, clever or cunning, especially in the practice of deceit. America loaded her cards. Full house. She was sly, always knew when to bet and when not to. No wonder all the women called her the vixen. Third word, hesitation. Noun. The act of hesitating, a delay due to uncertainty of mind or fear. Elijah was pressing his father to the ground. A dagger carved with the angel's image was positioned in his father's chest. In hesitation, Elijah remembered his father beating him up as a child, leaving him outside during the night, not feeding him for 3 days. Elijah pushed the dagger. Fourth word, bicker. Verb, to engage in petulant or peevish argument, wrangle. Andrea walks across the room with 3 big steps. She slapped her twin hard across the face. Ouch! Why did you do that? He asked. Stop bickering. We have no time here. Can't you understand? This is our sister's life. Fifth word, feud. Noun, also called blood feud. A bitter, continuous hostility, especially between two families, clans, etc., often lasting for many years or generations. The feud between two families lasted for more than 5 generations. First word, sympathetic. Adjective, characterized by exhibiting or feeling sympathy, sympathizing, compassionate. Lucy held her hand to Aspen. She was in love with the most sympathetic man in the kingdom. Second word, sly. Adjective, stealthy, insidious, or secret, playfully artful, mischievous, or roguish. His sly smile told her everything. He was the one she was falling for, not James. Tessa ran towards Will, who took her in his mischievous arms. Third word, hesitation. Noun, the act of hesitating, a delay due to uncertainty of mind or fear. It was her first time bungee jumping. She looked at her husband in hesitation, and when he smiled to her, she jumped. Fourth word, bicker. Verb, to engage in petulant or peevish argument. Wrangle. Why are you wearing pink today? Because you told me to wear pink. Why are you two always bickering? It's just a color. Fifth word, feud. Noun, also called blood feud. A bitter, continuous hostility, especially between two families, clans, etc., often lasting for many years or generations. There was no feud between Jem and Scott, though many people thought so. First word, sympathetic. Adjective, characterized by exhibiting or feeling sympathy, sympathizing, compassionate. John looked at his brother. They were the opposites. John, sarcastic and mean. Ted, sympathetic and a good boy. Second word, sly. Adjective, stealthy, insidious, or secret, playfully artful, mischievous, or roguish. Amber knew that she wasn't sly. She fell for about any trick, unlike his sister, who always knew who was a trickster and who was innocent. Third word, hesitation. Noun. The act of hesitating, a delay due to uncertainty of mind or fear. Cordelia looked at herself in the mirror. With no hesitation, she punched the glass in 2,000 pieces, and used one of them to carve, in her own skin, her last words. Erquamai. He is coming. Fourth word, bicker. Verb. To engage in petulant or peevish argument, wrangle. Belle looked at her mother. They were always bickering about her clothes, her friends, her grades, her favorite dress, her favorite TV show, basically about everything. Fifth word, noun. Also called blood feud, a bitter, continuous hostility, especially between two families, clans, etc., after lasting for many years or generations. Isabel took a step closer to her sworn enemy. He looked at her straight in the eye for a long time, sending shivers to her spine. The feud lasted for 5 years. She wouldn't forgive him now. And this was my last audio for Vocabulary Quarter 4, Set 2.